Greetings, children of the screen. Your friendly neighborhood nerd scum here once again, coming at you with another Quick Thoughts video. This time taking a look at Dr. Horrible Friends Forever One Shot by Joss Whedon, Jose Marie Barroy, and Sarah Solar. Right on, guys. So I'm a big fan of Dr. Horrible. I loved the short and I really enjoyed the previous comic book they put out. So let's go ahead and dive on in and see if this one holds up. So we open up with Dr. Horrible sneaking up on Captain Hammer as he tells a group of kids about the previous night's sexual exploits, which somehow involves pepper spray. Dr. Horrible waits for the appropriate time to strike, and then he does, and reveals that he has got 2 tickets to Dear Evan Hansen. Dr. Horrible and Captain Hammer rejoice, and they speed off in the Hammer cycle, with Dr. Horrible riding in the sidecar. Once back at Dr. Horrible's lair, they find out that they have a little company in the form of Hourglass, who has 2 major problems. Number 1, unfortunately, she has just started menstruating and hasn't been able to take care of getting any feminine products because she is being chased by time worms, which are worms that chase you through time if you're a time traveler. Doctor and Captain fumble over each other trying to help her, with Captain Hammer declaring, "Oh, I've got some tampons out in the Hammer cycle, I'll go grab them for you," while Dr. Horrible, on the other hand, takes her time ring and starts trying to configure it so she can go back in time and stop the time worms from ever coming after her at all. As he does, Hourglass picks up a machine off the ground and asks what it does. Dr. Horrible says it's another one of his failed inventions. It's supposed to make people who don't like each other, but he already tried it on Captain Hammer and it clearly didn't work. But then all of a sudden the time worms attack, and in the commotion, Dr. Horrible is knocked unconscious. While knocked out in a dream state, Dr. Horrible is confronted by Penny, who helps him figure out that he actually did use the machine on Captain Hammer. However, it malfunctioned and worked on both of them, and that is why they've been the best of friends. At that point, he says, "Well, I guess it's time for me to wake up, which means you're going to have to do that thing." And she's like, "Man, I don't like that thing." He's like, "Yeah, but you have to do it." At which point she caresses his face and says, "Billy, why'd you kill me?" as she melts and disintegrates into nothingness. And with a "Ah!" Dr. Horrible wakes up. Dr. Horrible jumps up, taking care of the time worms with a ray that makes them afraid of cilantro, and then he stomps on the device that made him and Captain Hammer like each other. They both snap out of it, and Captain Hammer gets really angry before then all of a sudden congratulating Billy on saving the day. And he comes over and gives him a great big hug, but psych, he actually just did it so he could steal the Dear Evan Hansen tickets, and with that, he takes Hourglass by the arm, saying, "Hey, you want to go to a concert tonight?" And they stroll out the door. Dr. Horrible calls after Hourglass, "Come on, you're supposed to be on our team! You're supposed to be evil!" And she looks back over her shoulder and smiles, saying, "Ain't I just?" And then Dr. Horrible's left alone again. Later, he tries to work on an invention, but is distracted by photos of Captain Hammer and of Penny. He sighs, saying, "I'll do it later," as he walks away from the unfinished deprocrastinizer. And that, guys, is where this one shot leaves us off. The artwork for this book is really solid, guys. It's a little bit cartoony, but for a comedic book such as this, that's absolutely perfect. It manages to capture the likeness of the real-life counterparts for all the characters, and it also manages to capture those characters' spirit and vibe, which helps you really connect with them as the characters that we know and love, which is something that a lot of comic book adaptations these days seem to have a lot of trouble doing. The writing in the issue is also pretty fantastic. Obviously, these are Whedon's original characters, and their original core voice is still completely intact. The writing for the book moves at a nice pace, the jokes come pretty regularly, and if anything, I would say my only real complaint about this book is that they kind of beat the menstruation joke to death. It's funny the first couple of times, but they just keep bringing it back, and it really seems to, like, cut into the pacing and timing of the remainder of the book, while also never being as funny as it is the first time they do it. In conclusion, guys, I enjoyed this book. It's nothing grandiose or nothing too big, but for a fun little one-shot, it's absolutely serviceable and totally worth the amount of money and time that I put into it. So this week, this book's going to be getting 3.5 out of 5 GGs and a definite recommend. Right on, guys, but that's just what I thought. Did you guys check out Dr. Horrible Best Friends Forever this week? What'd you think? Let me know down in the comments below. And if you like this video, please leave a like and share it with some friends. Also, if you're not subscribed, please subscribe and hit that little bell so you can get updates on all the dope content I'll have coming out in the future. Furthermore, guys, if you'd like to follow me on Instagram or Twitter, I will have the link for that down in the description below. Once again, children of the screen, hope you all have a good one, and thank you very much. Nerd Scum, out.